Hello Techies, welcome back to the channel, and my name is Krishna. I upload technical content every Thursday at 7 pm, so stay tuned. Today we are going to talk about if I don't know coding and if I'm not good at coding, will I have technical job? Will I have IT job? Yes or no? I'll give answer to this yes or no in this video. So let's get started. No coding, no job. Amazing, right? So this is not the truth. Go to the screen and then I will reveal more about this topic. So what to do? Should I learn coding? Yes or no? Okay, I'll answer this. If you want to know in detail about this topic, then I would recommend you to watch the video till the last to the very end, so that you get a very good picture about this question that you might have. So everyone who are studying engineering and those who want to get into IT have this doubt, saying that do I have to do a very core level of coding, yes or no? If I have to learn, how much time will it take? Can I be able to work in IT? All these questions and doubts are there. So I will help and answer this question. I'll speak first about the non-IT. So basically in core coding roles that is there in IT, that is there in the technical line. So basically those who just want to know whether should I learn coding or not, the answer is yes, you have to learn coding, or else you don't have any technical job. Others who want to know more, then please watch the video till the last. You will get answers to all your questions and get conviction on how you can get into IT and what all jobs and roles you can take according to your own personality and interest. So first we'll talk about the non-technical job that is there in IT. Not just IT, I would say in a technical project. So in a project, what all non-technical roles that is there. So if you get answer to these questions, then you will be able to relate, saying that even if I don't have a coding experience, but I can still be in a IT company with some technical knowledge. So the first one is technical writer. So I have worked with technical writers. Technical writers mostly work in all the different teams, whether it's a development team, it's a testing team, or a support team, or overall there might be some technical writers. So if you want to know more about technical writers, I have few of the friends whom I can ask and get more information. I have worked with them. So if you are interested to know more in detail what these technical writers do, what is the actual role, so please comment saying that technical writer. I will make a video on just separately on technical writer. What are the skills required? What all you have to learn? What is the procedure? Even if I am from a non-technical degree, so can I get into IT by this role? So to understand more on that, please comment technical writer. I will make a separate video on this. To give you just a small information about this, technical writer basically people who work with development team or testing team or support team to write technical content. So if you take a software, there might be a user manual for it. So that user manual is written by whom? A technical writer. So if you are going to a page and understand this page, or you may see fakes, right? Fakes saying that frequently asked questions. So these are prepared by technical writers. Even if you are from a non-technical background, maybe from Bachelor of Arts, or you have a specialization in English, so you can come into technical writing. So there is little bit amount of technical writing that is required, technical knowledge that is required. So I'll tell about all these in detail. If you comment, if I get a lot of comments about technical writer, I'll create a separate video on this. The second role is technical support engineer. So technical support engineer can be from a technical background or may not be from a technical background, but still some level of technical skills are required. Okay, so in the interview as a fresher, they may ask you some technical knowledge, and as experience, obviously they may ask you some technical knowledge, but it will not be a coding where you will not be writing any codes, you will not be evaluating any codes. So that you can be sure about, or can be you can keep the fear aside. So since I have worked in technical support, so if you would have not seen my videos on a podcast with Technical Suneja and e-learning bridge, so I would recommend you to please watch that video. I have given more than 150 to 200 interviews, and initially I started my career as a support engineer, and then I transitioned to a big data tester. So if you have not seen those videos, those podcasts, I would recommend you to please watch that. I've shared about my life, my journey, so that will actually help you. And if you want to know more about technical support engineer, what are their roles and what are the skill set they require to get into IT, and if you're already in there, so how you can come up with that, or maybe if you are not interested into full of coding, as I will tell in the next part of the video, so how you can get into technical support and progress in that. So please comment technical support engineer. So I'll make a separate video on that. What are their roles and how they can get into technical support. So next is IT support. So this is also part of technical support. So this can be a technical support. Technical support can be, they can be supporting a project or they can be supporting a service. So that can be a technical support. And for IT support is basically suppose you join an IT company. So you get a laptop, right? So who will configure that laptop? IT support engineer will configure. And suppose in the company you will raise some problem. Suppose your laptop is malfunctioning. So if you raise that, IT support engineer will contact you to fix that problem, to install applications on your company laptop. All that who will do? IT support engineer. So if you want more detail about IT support engineer, please comment IT support engineer. I'll make a separate video on that, explaining what all skill set they require and how is the future scope of IT support engineers. Managers, obviously this is not to demean any managers, but eventually these managers, those who take care of teams, project managers or basically people's manager, so these managers in a IT team or in a IT project, so these managers are basically they are not very technical, but yes, they do have technical knowledge. But to be a manager in a project or take care of a technical project or IT project, obviously you should have some level of testing skills. And if you are coming from a non-testing background and you have learned and then you want to apply as a manager in IT project or a testing team or a technical team, so there you have to learn these technical skills so as to crack the interview. And it takes time. You cannot be a manager in 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2-3 years. It takes 4 or 5 years of time to become a manager. And after you become a manager, you are okay if you don't know any level of coding or a very good amount of technical knowledge. So that is okay. And business analyst. So this is a very important role in any project. So business analyst is basically analyst who will analyze the business requirements. Suppose in a project there is client, and then the project is given to one company. So basically this business analyst will from this team, they will analyze what are the requirements given by the client. So client, say for example, client may say I need a web page. So this is the application, there should be login, there should be a password, then you submit and then log in to the portal, and then they can access so and so data, or they can put in some data, some records, some fill in some forms or access some websites, so like that. So they have a web application, so all that what is the requirement, what should be the font size, what all pages are required, or if it a data project, or what are dimension fact tables are required, how the data is flowing, what all stages they want. All these details are written and understood by whom? Business analyst. So business analyst, there is certain little amount of technical skills they should know, and it's not mandatory they are coming from only from a technical background. So business analyst, they also don't need any level of coding skills. So these are some of the non-technical roles in an IT project or in an IT company that you can take up where you don't need coding at all. So the core technical part should have good amount of technical knowledge and good amount of coding skills. The first one is developers. The developers can be multiple types: the front-end developers, back-end developers, or data engineers. So these are the three major developer roles. The front-end engineers who design the UI or the user interface. The back-end developers are those who design the how the data will flow, all that. They are the back-end developers. And data engineers are engineers who design the data flow. So you must be knowing about ETL, data warehouse. So all that is designed by data engineers. These are the three majors, and in these three major roles you should know in-depth hardcore coding is required. If you want to get into these roles, for sure you cannot neglect coding. No coding, no job in these roles, for sure. I'm sorry to say if you're feeling bad about it, but this is how it is. If you want to be a developer, you should be good at coding. Okay, if you want to know in detail what all different languages, what all different frameworks, what all different tools that is required to become any of these developers, front end, back end, and data engineers, so please comment what all details you would like me to address. Front end developer or back end developer or data engineers, what all different languages they should know, what are different tools they should know, what are different frameworks they should know. All that I will explain in detail if you are interested, if I get more comments on those topics. Coming on to the testers. Okay, testers can be again of three types: manual testers, automation tester, and data tester. So these three main type of testers. So manual tester is basically who will test the front end of it, maybe a little bit of basically back end, but that will again be manual. So automation tester is basically they'll create a framework where most of the test cases are automated. So basically they run a script and most of the test cases are executed and they get the result. And data tester is basically the data engineers, whatever they create, the pipelines that they create, or how the data is flowing, the different tables that is created, and dimension and fact tables. I know some of you might be thinking what is dimension and fact. If you don't know, please comment. I will make a detailed video on what is dimension and fact tables. So these three testers also need a good amount of coding. A manual tester may not need a good amount of coding, but somewhere or the other they should know have a good idea of coding. So basically, even if they cannot write codes, but they should be in a good position to at least read the codes that developers have written. And automation and data testers, they should know good amount of coding. So automation testers, they should know those automation frameworks. If they are learning Java, they should know Java, Selenium, and if they are working on Python, they should know those frameworks where they automate the testing process. And data tester, they should be good at SQL. And if they want to get into big data, they should be good at Hive, HBase, all these technologies. So but they are going to hardcore coders. If data testers, they are going to be SQL. If they are automation engineers, in whatever framework they are working, they need hardcore coding. And developers, there is no exception that they cannot code. I know there is a concept called as no code that is coming up, but it is a little far where it will take some time for at least to reach. So it is very newborn baby, no code. But still, even if you want to if you are thinking that no code is the future, but still to understand that, you should know coding, as I would say. That is what I would say. And the third part is network engineers. Network engineers also, they need good amount of coding, at least to basically, suppose if they're working on Unix environments, so Unix shell scripting, all that they should know. So there also they need scripting knowledge. So basically, in these three different roles where they are developers, testers, or network engineers, they should have good amount of coding skills. There might be differences in what all roles you may take, so but you should be good at coding. So at the end of the answer would be if you want to get into lines of data developers, testers, or network engineers, you should be good at coding. And what all languages and tools you have to learn, please comment developer, tester, or network engineer. I will come up with detailed video on what all tools, what all languages you should be learning to get into that particular role. And as I mentioned, in the future, if you want to in the previous slide, so business analysts, managers, and technical writers, they should have good amount of technical knowledge. It is okay if they don't have coding skills. Okay, I hope I answered this all. I have cleared your doubts by explaining these details using the slides. So if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up, and please subscribe to my other channel where I upload generic contents like what to do after 10th, career related content, and inspiring stories from famous personalities, and how you can develop your personality. And also please follow me on LinkedIn. I upload many articles and technical content on LinkedIn. And this 22nd, that is on Saturday, I'm coming live. So if you are interested, please read this article and please register yourself. There are limited seats where I will try to answer technical questions with regard to roadmap, or if you have any personal doubts, where I will be helpful in that. So I'll spend some time and try to answer your questions. So mostly see you in the live session, and thanks for watching the video, and see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. Bye bye.